What's up, y'all? I'm here, the real and sincere Browns fan. Actually, kind of excited to do this video as I ain't posted in a while. Needed to get some energy. It's been a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, the draft is coming up. Free agency is coming up, I believe, March 1st. So that's why I wanted to hurry up and do this now. There's been a lot of talks. I haven't really been following my team all like that since the season ended. It was like once after we had lost in the playoffs, that was it for me. Like, that was all the football I needed. Like, normally in the other year, it was like I would still be watching. I'll probably watch it all the way to the Super Bowl. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl this year because I was that satisfied with this season. Like, I was like, I didn't need no more football. I was just happy how I went out. I didn't have to look at nobody. I didn't want to get upset or jealous or anything. I didn't want to feel any type of way because we wasn't there. I was just satisfied. I was like, I'm done with football. I'm not watching no more. I didn't watch the NFC, AFC final stuff. I might have. I don't think I did. I really can't remember. I can't remember that in my memory bank, so I don't think I did. And just yeah, like I said, I was done. So like I have been kind of keeping my ears to the streets, very minimum as far as like, what the media is posting, what's going on with the team and stuff like that. Like it was just like right after we had lost the season, for those that last like 10 days or so, I was like, all right, I'm still kind of drawn in, but I had to get away, I had to pull myself out of it, get back because I knew I had to come back with better content, more stronger content because I knew I couldn't really trust the media at this point. And the only reason why I'm only saying that is because they don't even know how to react. I feel that, we never had a team like this where it wasn't we're trying to rebuild something or tear something down or, you know what I'm saying, like something like that. Now we're just literally trying to add upon what we're doing and just get better, just get that growth. Because honestly, I feel like you want to keep the band as much as possible, but this is a business, this is a league. People got money, people got kids to feed, and this is their profession. So, you want to get paid your value, your worth. So, like, I get all of that, all that loyalty to fans and all of that stuff. Yeah, some people do have a code, you know what I'm saying, where that's how they roll. And like to those, those ones, I feel like they get that appreciate that love back, you know what I'm saying, like in a way it may come with time. Some fans are just emotional like the wind or with the water or whatever like that, but for the most part, the ones that sell out for the fans, that do it for the team, for the loyalty, if they can, if it permits, you know what I'm saying? Team loves them, player loves the team, you know what I mean? It got like a marriage or union type of thing. Absolutely, but for most people, it's not like that. It's like, hey, I'm only as valuable as I'm producing for the team. If I'm not producing, then, my loyalty or how much I love this team don't mean anything. So I need to get my bag. So I understand that too, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that go into this type of thing, especially for me being a fan. I mean, I would like I said, to keep everybody and just kind of add on, but we gotta have a little bit of a addition by subtraction so that we can add a little bit more, so that we can get a bit further, based upon who's valuable to the team right now, or who is the core makeup of the team. So we are starting to approach free agency. So some of the stuff that I have been able to um, see around the web or on TV, online, it was I'll jump into Richard Sherman first, talking about him. Now, everybody knows I don't know if you know or not, but I've been a Richard Sherman fan for a while. Like when he was with the Seahawks and just the way that he kind of took the league by storm very early in his career and just was like somebody I never seen where they just really shut down a whole side of a field. Like I've seen him do it. I mean, yeah, it was his own coverage. People want to talk shit about that, his own coverage or whatever. But I've seen him do it where, like, a side of the field, you didn't throw on his side, and however the Seattle defense set that up, or him just being able to execute it at that time. I've seen him both plays too. I mean, you always gonna get one. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna catch them all. But like I said, for the most of the game, the field, that his side, his portion, his third of the field was pretty much like out. You know what I'm saying? Like he was not thrown over there. So for that, I always admire his game. as far as like what does it mean for the Cleveland Browns, I mean, I just really feel like, I think he's still got game. Obviously, I think, he's a very talented player, smart, intelligent player. On top of that, very vocal, great leader when he's into the team. I just don't feel like, the Browns is his mesh. You know what I'm saying? If he was coming to the Browns, it'd just be the only reason why he would come to Cleveland was if we were gonna pay him. I feel like if we were to pay him like big bucks, you know what I mean, he would consider going to the Browns. He wouldn't absolutely do it, but it would be the fact that we paying him big money and the fact that we do somewhat have a chance of going deep into the playoffs, as well as Joe Woods being a defensive coordinator here. I could see him like, all right, that would be, it makes his decision easier, but the money is being key. So Richard Sherman coming to Cleveland, I just don't see it at all. And as far as like as a fan, what I want to see, I wouldn't want to see us paying him loads of money for his services. Unfortunately, like I said, I believe in his brand. I like him being vocal on issues, and he's never really out of pocket when he speaks. You know what I mean? It's like you feel him. Sometimes the way he come out of it's a little bit of rushed or impulsive, but for the most part, it got substance to it. So it's like, to people that doesn't have patience, if you will, or be able to just be able to listen instead of there's a lot of people that just always want to talk. I feel like, yeah, it could be a little bit much, but I mean, as far as like us as a team, like, I mean, we really don't want to get any older. I don't feel like, I think we need to get younger, and that's the only way. Like the older guys that we got, we need to value and cherish them, but bringing in more older guys just to, you know what I'm saying, just to fill a need or fill a spot, I mean, that's kind of, it's kind of tricky. And like, I don't see him as a super dominant guy playing in the cold, playing in like, you know what I'm saying, on a day-to-day basis. I mean, I know like Ohio got funky weather and we always got something going on, but I don't know. I just think it's too, I mean, but he did play in Seattle. I guess it's really rainy there. So, I mean, I don't know if it gets cold like it do here, but I don't know. But I just don't see it happening with Richard Sherman. And like I said, at the prices, which he's a superstar. He's not gonna. We're not gonna try to get him off some low ball and shit. So that's definitely not happening. J.J. Watt is another one that we was talking about. J.J. Watt, obviously the brother of rivals T.J. Watt, and I think they got another Watt on their team, so they're trying to Watt it out. But I know that was corny. But yeah, so. I looked at our game against the Texans as a audition tape. I watched that whole game and I just focused all on J.J. Watt. I don't think he makes our team better. Did a lot of great things in his career, but he wasn't giving Jack Conklin no work. Like, we need somebody that's going to make Jack Conklin he got to get work in at practice. The only time J.J. Watt was really blowing up stuff was when he was lying against the tight end. But Jack Conklin, it was too easy for him. He was like, J.J. Watt wasn't doing anything. So us adding him onto our team is not really going to, I don't think it's going to make us better. You know what I mean? We got one of the better offensive lines in the league. We need to add. J.J. Watt's accomplished in his career. He's older. Now, I can understand if it was like somebody with his talent and they were a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Because then you could be like, all right, we expect him to improve, and get better. But with J.J. Watt, I mean, other than, having the Walter Payton Manning, Walter Payton Manning, what's his name? I don't know Walter Payton Man of the Year. Guy on our team, you know what I'm saying? It's, good character. I mean, but Miles was in his own right almost got that award. So Miles is on the up and up. We don't need any more of those guys on our team at this point. Um, trying to I don't know, mentor to the younger guys. Miles is kind of getting up there. He feels like it. He always talking about, the younger guys and this, that. He on his second contract, so you feel like big boy status, he big bruh status. So, that's cool. And we might as well go ahead and roll with that. This might as well just keep on going forward with the guys that we got, our veterans, that are homegrown veterans now. Like I said, like a Miles, like a Batonio, like a who going on today, second and third? Man, that's pretty much it, really. Miles, and Miles is the one to have. He's like our best player on the defense, and then, arguably, obviously, we got other talented players. And Joel Batonio been here forever. You know what I'm saying? And he's been to Pro Bowls forever. So it's like, we got those guys to be the mentors. I know Joel, he's probably a little more reserved. I think he talks to people. I don't know, but just as far as both of them are kind of reserved, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Lead by example. And the guys that we do have veterans on our team now, you know what I mean? That's Jarvis, Sheldon Richardson, those guys, the ones that are a little more vocal, I just said those two because they're on the flip side of the balls. But, those ones are the more vocal, older veterans that we have on our team. No, they're not homegrown, but we already got them. Like, we don't need no more mentor people on there. So J.J. Watt for me is no, just because, like I said, I don't see him improving our offensive line any. You know what I'm saying? Like, defense, it'd be helpful for, them to kind of worry about a J.J. Watt and a Myles Garrett. But like I said, we already see if you go against Jack Conklin, there's gonna be more than that. And Baltimore always has a good offensive line. The Steelers always got a good offensive line. So it's like we really need somebody that's really gonna be that wrecker. And it'll just be another, no offense, OV signing for me, like a big high name player. I guess it's not offensive OV because J.J. Watt has done some things, but to me, as far as with J.J. Watt, not saying OV's not accomplished either in his own right, but J.J. Watt obviously is the more decorated player. So no on J.J. Watt. Who do I see out on free agency? I don't really know. Obviously I trust Andrew Berry enough to do that part of it. I don't really like getting too much into free agency like that. I just know if it's a yes or a no. And those two names in specific has been no's. Now, obviously when you do free agencies, it's always come down to contracting people that you can get under a low market value. And I don't look at contracts like that, and I don't focus on enough other teams to say, hey, this person is good or this person will fit well with our system. I really focus on the youth talent, which is obviously college, looking at college tape and stuff like that, and seeing if I'll be gambling right would translate into the NFL. So in something like that, obviously Andrew Berry brought in some players that I will talk about who we should re-sign on our team. Obviously, like I said, there's a lot of good players that Andrew Berry brought in his first year being a GM in free agency last season. So I trust him 100% with that. However, no Michigan players, please, no more. Michigan. I only want to say call one person Michigan. Anybody else call Michigan, call them Michigan Junior. I don't care if they older, whatever like that. We only got one Michigan. I'm only calling one Michigan, and I called them Peoples Jones before too. So everybody get off of that, of me calling them Michigan. That's my nickname for him. That's what it is, man. I'm still not 100% happy with it, but he's very good. So I will be okay with knowing that he will come onto my brownies and produce good brownies because I like good brownies. Thank you. So anyway, no more Michigan. But so I got 4 players that I want to say money's not a thing re-signs. Like money, like as long as we could get on something where it's not killing us, but it's also making them happy at the same time. You know what I'm saying? This is a money not a thing. Re-sign. I like where it's a win-win situation. Obviously, Brownie's winning bigger because there's a payroll that we gotta do it as a team. We don't want one person to feel bigger than the team, but at the same time, we do want them to feel valued. We want them to know we want you on this team. You know what I'm saying? So the money ain't a thing. I don't know how that shit work, how it's gonna work with Andrew Berry, but figure it out. You the Ivy League guy. Get it done, I guess. Anyway, money not a thing, people. So I'll do offensive side of the ball first. Rashard Higgins and KhaDarel Hodge. On defensive side, Terrance Mitchell, T. Mitch, and B.J. Goodson. Now, if it was just down to 2, like where 4 is way too many, like I said, on each side of the ball, Rashard and Terrance. The reason why KhaDarel doesn't cut out because I expect OBJ to be back healthy, and KhaDarel, you know, he's in this situation in particular. I have more of a connection and a bond with Rashard Higgins than I do KhaDarel. I just do. Like, he's been with us from the start. I seen his progression. I seen his hard work. You know, dumb situation with him and Jed, but I mean, I think it was a track hawk that he had. One of them had a track hawk. I mean, of course you get a track hawk, you gonna want to fucking put the pedal to the metal. So like, I can't blame him. And like, why do we got speed limits in America anyway? Why do we got these good cars and we can't have, like, I get it, you don't want to fucking just run into everybody because some motherfuckers, you do need some speed limits to an extent. However, like, you know, if you in the fast lane, let a person get in the fast lane, just be safe. I don't know what to be safe or go to a drag race, blah, blah, like, but you want to pass up some cars. You want to feel like Fast and Furious. You know what I'm saying? Blame the movies. I blame the movies. Fast and Furious, man. Remember Ja Rule? Shit, man. Luda, Chris, man, bruh. Come on, dog. Paul Walker, man. Rest in peace, bruh. Damn. Anyway, so yeah, man, it just, yeah. So anyway, I have more of a bond with Rashard, and then with B.J. Goodson and Terrance Mitchell, I respect B.J. Goodson and what he done to the team. Like I said, Andrew Berry, a absolutely great signing, but Terrance Mitchell, like I said, is just a bond thing. Like, he's been on the team longer, and like Terrance Mitchell's game is like, even though he might get beat on a play, because it will happen. However, he has that ability where it's like, you get one on me, I'm getting it back. Like, no ifs, ands. Like, he's going to make, like, if you get one on him, he's going to make a play on you right back. It's not going to be, oh, you going to get a play on me. All right, I hold it down for a little bit, but then you get another one on me. Like, nah, it's, you get one on me, I'm getting one right back. Like, that's T. Mitch's game. And I think maybe it's a gambler. I don't know how, because maybe that's the reason why sometimes you get guys. Some people just get got every once in a while. Not everybody 100% locked down all the time, but for the most part, like T. Mitch, like I said, creating turnovers, that's his thing. Like, he creates a turnover. That's that I'm going to get one back on you that I'm trying to, point out. So that's that. All right, so now wrapping up, because we getting almost on the 20 minutes. Now, I'm already looking on the draft. Now, I did about, so the guys that I picked last year, they didn't go into the draft last year. So it's not that I'm a bad scouter, you know what I'm saying? It's just that they wasn't ready to go in the draft, because they should get picked up in the first round. And that dude, Deontay Brown, he's still one of my favorites. But in this particular draft, because of what we had in our needs and with Wyatt Teller playing so well, and Jed kind of, playing good. Injuries is a little bit of a scary thing for me, but I just want to bring up one name right now, and I'll do a pre-draft list as far as like my top 5 or top 7 something brownies, you know what I'm saying, that I will feel like is an absolute brown take. Now, I haven't did any scouting on Ohio State as of yet. I've just been doing other schools. I will get to Ohio State eventually, because I gotta look in Ohio because I'm always talking shit. But anyway, this particular person, when I looked them up again, because there were a lot of tape I watched on this person, and this person said that he was born in Dayton, Ohio. So I was like, damn, this is it, because like y'all know how I am with Ohio. I just feel like Ohio is the mecca of football, and it's something like any player from Ohio, you gotta take them fucking seriously. Anyway, his name, I'ma fuck it up. His name is Osa Arigazuwa, and he was out in UCLA. He's a interior defensive tackle, I believe. Now, like I said, I watched about 7 other, maybe 8 other players that I was looking specifically in the defensive line class, because I don't feel like we need to go big on linebackers. I still want to see what our Jacob Phillips got. I still want to see what Matt got. I still believe in Sione. I still believe in our linebackers today, and especially if we sign B.J. Goodson back. I believe that it wasn't more so the linebacker play, but I feel like, no offense, Ogunjobi, he's one that I would like to still see on the team, but if I'm talking about picking up Osa, that I feel like he was the one that was going to challenge Ogunjobi, because I needed to see more progression from Ogunjobi, even though he's my dude and he's homegrown, but we needed more from that position, because with Miles and Sheldon on the team, we need somebody to eat with them. Them two alone could create opportunity. They can eat themselves, and you can eat with them. But with Ogunjobi, it was like you couldn't eat off him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could eat, but he needed them to kind of help eat with him. Like, I need some ferocious dog where like the dogs could eat on their own, but because they could eat on their own so well that you create opportunities for other people. Like, Ogunjobi couldn't. He might be able to create an opportunity, if you will, but he really wasn't winning his one-on-ones like I would want to see. And even like he wasn't creating a double team. Osa, when I look at his film, when I see Osa's film, I see somebody, as the game goes on, the quarterback worries where he's at. They look at like what he's doing, because he creates a lot of mistakes from what I've seen. When he goes in and he's small. The only bad thing I got to say about Osa is that his edge game is not good to me. You know, his edge game needs improvement. But like I said, with a rookie, with linemen, okay, most of the Pro Bowler ones, they don't start making it to the Pro Bowl till they get into later in their years. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard to say, like, all right, well, you're supposed to come in here and be an impact Pro Bowler. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be one of those. I definitely say you pick him either with the 1 or the 2nd round pick. You know what I'm saying? The 1st or the 2nd round pick. If we could get him in the 2nd round, I'll be happy with that. But anyway, that's the only thing. What I was trying to say was that we want somebody that's going to make the offensive line have to challenge. And the way that kid works, and he's smaller, but he's strong as hell. And people want to talk about his height. But, I mean, Aaron Donald's not really that tall, and I think he's about as tall as Aaron Donald, and I think he might be a little heavier than him. And he's young, so he's going to have to get into the weight room. He can get just as big as Aaron Donald. He could be the next Aaron Donald. Osa, look at him. I'm telling you, the only thing is his edge needs work, but going against people like Jack Conklin, going against somebody or working it every day next to Myles Garrett, somebody super flexible that can probably add some arsenal to his game, you know what I'm saying, on how to edge rush. I mean, it's perfect. It's the perfect situation for us, you know. Definitely look into that Osa dude from UCLA, man. That's my guy right now. Like I said, right now, I'm going to do another list later, and hopefully still number 1. I'm trying to see if I could top him as far as defensive line, because I think that's definitely where we need to go. But I'm going to look at all the other positions that I believe in too, and I'm going to have a complete list, maybe of just, like I said, 7 players, and I'm going to have them as far as like my passionate rating, like where I want them to be a Browns. But it's going to be a formula, because some of it is like all based off of need, but it's also based off of like what we going to be able to get. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't expect to get all the first rounders. You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to say like who would fit, who would I be okay with as a fan? Like, because John Dorsey did it. Shit, you know what I'm saying? He's seen me. You know what I mean? AB, he better see me too. And and P. Diddy. Shit, you know what I'm saying? They better know, because them stats better. I know my eye test ain't that fucking far off. Anyway, I'm cussing a lot. The real Uncensored Browns fans signing out. Peace.